When you have a budget fragrance by the house of Lattafa that has the strongest performance of not only any of the cheapies that I have, but some of the designer and niche fragrances, and being as cheap as it is, Lattafa 𝗙𝐿𝐿𝐒 really is in a league of its own. Now, Lattafa 𝗙𝐿𝐒 is supposed to mimic an Orto Parisi fragrance called Megamare, which I didn't own to be able to do a side-by-side comparison and not only see if it can match up with what is said to be an amazing performance, punchy niche fragrance, but if they're even close. But finally, your boy pulled the trigger and I picked up Megamare to be able to do a side-by-side comparison to see if it's worth it to actually clone it or own it. I'm not gonna front, this might be one of the videos that I'm like most intimidated to do because I remember almost dying in this confined space spraying 𝗙𝐿𝐒. So Orto Parisi Megamare is potentially going to murk me right on camera, which might potentially get me a couple of views. You know, wiping Cuba out and reducing the annoyance factor might be a hit.
Man, I'm dead.
So let's roll my motherfucking music so we can check out Orto Parisi Megamare versus 𝗙𝐿𝐒 and see if it's worth to clone or own. Listen, one of my beautiful peoples, you know who it is. It's your boy, 𝐷 to the U to the B to the A. Clone it or own it, single man edition, kind of, sort of. I gotta say, 𝗙𝐿𝐒 is pretty much up there in like the top 5 most impressive Lattafa fragrances, not by the scent really, but performance. The performance of this scent really has blown me away, and I hope other people have had the same experience and this isn't just a batch variant that I got lucky on, because at such a budget fragrance, it's rare to have a freshy type fragrance performing very well, especially with the type of weather that we've been having lately. Shit is crazy. I'm sweating while speaking, and that's not just because I'm fat.
People are fat.
Now, Lattafa 𝗙𝐿𝐿𝐒 being a clone of Megamare, I had to pick it up just for myself. My curiosity to see if they're truly either close to each other or if they perform equally, or did Lattafa like really blow it out of the water, pumping all the aroma chemicals and petroleum and cocaine and fentanyl into this fragrance, having it produce more performance than the original inspired piece. There's really only one way to find out, because I haven't smelled Megamare in a mighty minute and I didn't own it, and technically speaking this is probably the only Orto Parisi that I have in my collection currently. Let's get some test strips. So in typical clone it or own it fashion, the Cubano test strip will be the originator and then the fuckboy will be the clone. Let's unbox the Orto Parisi joint to see what kind of energy and vibe we're getting off of this shit. So here's how this box opens, like so, I guess. Oh, it opens up kind of flower-esque. I'm already smelling shit out of the box. I'm not even holding you. Like, I'm already getting a sniff that this is a problem. So this opens up like a flower. I don't want to drop this on my DJ equipment, which is currently right under me.
Sometimes I DJ.
So it comes in this presentation, which is kind of floral-esque, origami type vibes or whatever, but how do I take this shit out? I guess pull this, okay. Pull these out here. Very nice, very snazzy. And I just dropped it. There's something in here though. What the hell is this? Some sort of ID or stamp? Some weird shit like that. This is very weird. And here is what the bottle looks like. Orto Parisi Megamare. So before we jump into this joint, let's break down the notes. So the notes on the top start off with bergamot and lemon, followed by seaweed, cologne, and hédion. And at the base, we got cedar, musk, and ambroxan. True story, I'm just kind of here mentally preparing myself for the type of energy I'm gonna get off of this scent. It's been a minute since I've smelled this fragrance, but it's kind of one of those things that once you smell it, the shit just leaves an impression that's kind of unforgettable. I'm gonna take it easy on the atomizer. I'm gonna give it 2 sprays, and it's more than enough. Like, you don't understand, when you build a studio that you have to do soundproofing in some parts, not only is it hot to death, but everything is just confined in a very specific space. And I'm talking shit because I cannot put this test strip near my nose right now because it's completely unnecessary. The seaweed, ambergris-ish, oceanic kind of vibes that I'm getting off of this joint absolutely reminds me of 𝗙𝐿𝐿𝐒, or vice versa. Like, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Chicken. Egg. Chicken. Egg. Chicken. Egg. Chicken. Egg. Chicken.
Yeah, wow. That was not even technically 2 sprays. That was like a spray and a half. It's a lot. It is very intense, ambergris. There's muskiness. The ambroxan really pops, and it's a little bit more aroma chemical forward, like really extra punchy and like just wakes your ass up like one of those salt tabs that you just pop under your nose to wake you up from like passing out. It has that shit. And you also get that ocean-esque seaweed type energy from this scent. It's a nice scent. It's very nice. It's got body, it's got amazing performance. Definitely got its own unique characteristic and personality. Shit is strong as shit. Wow, holy fuck. All right, so I got the Cubano test strip with the original Orto Parisi. Let me go spray 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶. This is just like slow fucking torture. I got captured by the insurgents and shit, and this is the type of... It's like tough to breathe in this corner. True story. 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶 is definitely matching Orto Parisi's energy, which is difficult to say for a fragrance that's like 30 to 50 bucks versus over 150 $, depending on where you get it, what gray market site. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in it. One thing I can say is they're both summertime grenades. They should be on absolutely everybody's summertime list as far as beast mode, performance, longevity, everything. All right, let's go with 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶. And let's go with Orto Parisi. I mean, it's extraordinarily close. This is definitely going to be on the next episode of Clone It or Own It, where I have Ja really visit these two. The 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶 comes off a little bit soapier. There's a cleanly, fresh out of the shower-esque kind of vibes, like, you know, a little Dove body soap, actually foamy. But not only is it identical in scent profile, but in performance, I mean, it's extremely comparable. Like, the shit is no joke. I'm fucking surprised. I thought the Orto Parisi was gonna not blow it out of the water, but be a little bit more like bang. And it's fucking comparable. I mean, dare I say that 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶, maybe because it's freshly sprayed, it has a little bit more oomph and punchiness. But the Orto Parisi one is a little bit more round, refined, artistic. There's no sharpness there. There's a, pun intended, gentle fluidity about the scent. As opposed to the 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶. The 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶 is just a dude who's big, diesel, and can fight, but maybe got shit thrown in his eye and is just swinging haymakers. It's kind of that. Which I think would add to that level of ramped up performance. Comparatively speaking, this is a situation that I can safely say I'll clone it. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the majority, if not pretty much all, the same nuances that I would get from the Megamare in the 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶, with a little bit of a soapy essence, which I'm not mad at. The Orto Parisi is just more artistic, more refined, a little bit better done, or executed with a little bit more refinement, but that's me nitpicking. Lattafa 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶 is slapping, and I am fucking suffering in this corner right now with these two scents. Honestly speaking, between 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶 and Megamare, I'm gonna give it to 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶 as far as price point and matching its same energy. The Orto Parisi is rounder and executed a little bit better, but the 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶 has all the same shit that this has, with an added soapy essence for significantly cheaper than the original. So in this case, Lattafa 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶 still kicks ass. But both of these bitches is crazy on performance, so whatever your wallet can afford, act your wage. I love y'all motherfuckers from the heart. I'll put links in the description to both of these fragrances, but for me, 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐶 is gonna take the trophy. I'll see y'all stitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooch.
Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's long since you never get in. It's long since that you would think that you would